All right, I've got 1 box mix in here, just a Duncan Hines box mix. I added 1 cup of sugar and flour. I just like to mix them up. You don't have to, of course. I'm going to add 1 1/3 cups of milk. These have been brought to room temperature. It's 1 cup, and I spilled a little. There's a third. I'm going to add 1 cup of sour cream. I'm actually using a plain Greek yogurt. You could do either one. Either sour cream or Greek yogurt, or plain yogurt if you have that. You don't necessarily have to run to the grocery store. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I'm just using canola oil, so I like the taste a little better. There's 2. I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. This is my homemade one. 1, 2, 3. Just because it's really good and I like it a lot. And I have my pans. These are 6-inch pans. I've got 3 of them because this does increase the volume by quite a bit. So you can get 3 6-inch cakes out of it. You get 2 8-inch cakes out of it. I've got my 3 6-inch. Going to add 3 eggs, also to room temperature. Figure if you took it out of your refrigerator, you should let it come to room temperature. Add your eggs 1 at a time. Let them mix in a little bit first. And now it's really starting to look like proper batter. I crack my eggs into another cup before I add them in, just so I don't risk getting any shell in there by accident, because if you have a mixer going and you drop a little poop of shell in there and it mixes it in, it's gone forever. All right, so 3 eggs.
Not forever, just
Until somebody finds it, yeah. In a second, I'm gonna give this a scrape, give it another little bit of a mix, and then it will be ready to bake. I am going to put it in the oven at 350. It takes about half an hour. I don't know exactly how long it takes to bake, unfortunately, because if you follow me at all or heard any of my other videos when I bake cakes and cookies and stuff, I don't set a timer. I go by the smell. Like, I can smell when it's done. So I think it's about 30 minutes. Keep an eye on it. It's really what it comes down to. Now just divide it evenly. Be sure to scrape it as you go. Actually, before I put them in the oven, I wanted to put some strawberry swirl throughout these because my son wanted a strawberry vanilla cake. So I've got some strawberry jam that my mom gave me a while ago. I'm going to warm it up a little bit just to make it a little more runny and drizzly. And then I'm going to swirl it through and then bake. All right, I heated up the jelly for 30 seconds in the microwave. You can see it's still thick, but definitely pourable. I'm just going to give it a couple plops. Figure it's like when you would make a marbled cake. You know, you'd put some of the dark batter in and then just swirl it. And be sure to avoid scraping your pan. I'm totally doing it, even though I'm saying not to. It is gonna sink a bit too because it is heavy, but you don't wanna scrape your pan because you don't wanna mess up the coating of Crisco or whatever you use on it. And it is, like I said, gonna sink a little, so when you're stirring, you can kind of like lift it, fold it just a little, again, not mixing it in. Now they're ready to go in the oven. All right, so I made an American buttercream, a crusting buttercream. It has 3 sticks of butter in it. It has about 3 cups of powdered sugar. It's kind of like a taste thing, like how thick do you want it? I've got some milk in here and about 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And again, it's a consistency game, so probably, I don't know, a couple tablespoons of milk is what I added. But I like it a little stiffer, especially since I'm gonna put some fruit in it. I want it to have structural support. It stands, you know, if you want it looser, add a little more cream or milk, whatever you're using, a little at a time. If you want it thicker or stiffer, give it more powdered sugar. And there you go. Now we're going to cut open the cakes, get them out of their pans. I had said before that the jelly was heavy and gonna settle. And you can see there's definitely jelly at the bottom of my one cake right here. So we shall see. Okay, I've got the one out so far. Top looks fine, the bottom very wet. As you can see, it's stuck a little bit to my pan, but nothing terrible, I don't care. So There's a little bit of that. Just, that's fine. Oh, this one feels really wet. Actually, it's pretty on par with that one. Maybe if you're gonna try this, use wax paper or parchment paper. Yeah, same thing. Kind of got degrees of messiness on the bottom, but it'll be fine. Not worried. So I'm going to level these off now. I'm going to make a mess of my counter, but again, that's fine. But this way it'll be nice and flat. I'll flip them. It'll be fine. And normally I would have this as the inside layer, but I'm going to do the jelly as the inside. So again, just treating this like any other cake. I am going to flip them though because they're sticking to the counters. Boy, that's going to be a moist mess. I don't know how well this is going to work because it is so soft. It seems to be fine. And now I'm going to go through the normal routine of putting a layer of buttercream icing down and then putting some fresh strawberry slices in between each of my layers. I'm going to put a pretty good thick layer on. This was for my son, so I tried to load it up for him. And there's really nothing special to this part. Again, I'm stacking the cake tiers, or excuse me, layers, so that the jelly side is on the top, even though it is a little softer and messier. It's just what I decided to do. You know, if you decide to try this, do it however you're comfortable. Maybe yours won't sink as much. Perhaps if I hadn't made it so runny, it would not have sunk as much. I don't know. But the top I am flipping over in order to have a cleaner top and a smoother edge. So do your normal steps again. Crumb coat it, put it in the fridge for a while, take it out, put your final layer of icing on. I'm piping a couple of borders. I decided to do a little bit of a, trim around the side. And then to finish it off, a big pile of fresh strawberries on top. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe because it helps me out as well. I've got a ton of other videos out there, all kinds of cake recipes, cake decorating, making edible decorations, as well as normal everyday recipes, cookies, bread, that kind of thing. So be sure to take a look around, and as always, thanks for watching Caketastic Cakes.